Good morning. I'm Pastor Tully. I'm here with my Wednesday morning message. And today I'd like to talk about dogs. I used to have a dog. Her name was Elliot. She was my dog for 13 years. I had her since she was a puppy. She was my faithful companion for many years before I met my wife. My dog was the friendliest, gentlest dog you've ever met. She would never bite you or hurt you. You could cover your hand in bacon grease and literally put it into her mouth and she wouldn't bite you at all. She might lick you a lot. Most people I know, they like dogs, if not love them. But I've also met a few people in my life who do not like dogs at all. My family, we had dogs growing up, and I just couldn't understand people who didn't like dogs or who were afraid of dogs. And I'd meet people and they'd be like, oh, I'm afraid of dogs. And I couldn't get it. I didn't understand. But later in life, I was in Arizona as a pastor, and I was working with a group of refugees from Burundi and Congo, and most of them didn't like dogs. Because see, where they come from, dogs are the security system. Dogs are not pets. Dogs are beasts. Dogs are there to protect something, and unless you are the dog's master, you're very likely to get bit. Occasionally, I'd run into one of these people when I was out and about with my dog, Elliot, and their fear towards my dog, it had nothing to do with me, it had nothing to do with Elliot, but it had everything to do with them, with their life, with their experiences. And even though I knew Elliot wasn't going to hurt them, it was still my responsibility to get my dog out of the situation, apologize, and make them feel okay. See, some people, they see dogs as cute pets meant to be cuddled. Some people see dogs as mean beasts that will bite you. Another way to say this is that there are two types of people in the world. Ones that see dogs as pets and one that see dogs as beasts. But of course, it's way more complicated than that. And my point is this, is that when you meet someone, you don't know which version of the dog they see. You don't know where they come from. You don't know their experiences, whether they've had with dogs, until you talk to them about it. So what does this have to do with the church? Well, the church people, the church leaders like myself, we are like the dog. We go out into the world and we interact with all these people and we tell them we are Christians and we tell them what we're about, but we don't know what type of person they are. We don't know if they're the type of person who likes dogs or is afraid of dogs. We don't know if they're the type of person who sees pastors as friendly or as a beast. Take this image right here. This is my friend, Reverend Erin Tamayo. Just a normal picture of a person in a clerical collar. And it's obvious she's a pastor, but other than that, this is a pretty neutral picture. Some people see this picture and feel comfort and love. Others see this picture and feel fear and hatred, like one of these two pictures. Love your neighbor, or God hates you. We have to be aware that there are many people in the world who see us as a threat, who see us as a part of the terrible, hypocritical people who do awful things in God's name. People who see us as the beast. And it's not because we did anything wrong, but because of something other people did wrong. Because of something other people did that was hurtful in the name of God. You know, this same concept, it also applies to Scripture. Two people will read the same passage and get two totally different points out of it. I've got some examples in the description below of scriptures that are often misinterpreted and a couple of reference articles. My point is this. Some people will see you as the puppy, while others will think you are the beast, and it has very little to do with you, with who you are, and what you did. But at the same time, you also have to deal with it when people assume you are the beast. Just don't let your actions prove them right. Amen.